If your mind keeps running all day without stopping, if small things drain your energy, if your brain refuses to calm down even when you lie in bed at night, and if you already know that overthinking is damaging your life but still cannot stop it, then this is exactly for you. Because overthinking is not a disease, it is a daily habit, and habits can be changed with simple rules. Overthinking does not mean you are smarter than others. It only means your mind is unnecessarily stuck in the past and the future. And the first rule you must understand is this: thinking is the mind's job, but control is your responsibility, and you do not need to react to every thought that appears. Your mind is naturally the clearest at the start of the day, but the moment you wake up and check your phone, read old messages, or scroll social media, you push your brain straight into overthinking mode, which is why the first daily rule is to take zero input for at least 30 minutes after waking up, because the less input you give your mind, the less it overthinks. The second rule is simple but critical. An idle mind is dangerous, because when the mind is empty, it automatically creates negative stories. So instead of trying to stop thoughts, keep your mind gently busy with simple actions, like a light walk, drinking water, or doing basic physical work. The third rule is that overthinking is mostly about the future, and the future is not in your control. So every time your mind starts worrying, ask yourself one question only: is this in my control right now? And if the answer is no, stop feeding that thought immediately. The fourth rule is that thinking about the same problem again and again does not produce new solutions. So give your mind a fixed thinking window during the day, such as 20 minutes, and outside that time, postpone the thought instead of engaging with it. The fifth rule is that overthinking is emotional, not logical. So do not try to defeat it with logic in that moment. Instead, shift your attention physically. Splash cold water on your face, take slow deep breaths, or count something simple. The sixth rule is that mental clarity comes only when thoughts move out of the head, which is why writing is powerful. Every day, write down whatever is running in your mind on one page without correcting grammar or finding solutions. Just dump everything, because an unloaded mind becomes lighter. The seventh rule is that poor sleep multiplies overthinking, so a proper sleep routine is non-negotiable. Turning off screens before bed, eating light, and sleeping at a fixed time can reduce overthinking by half. The eighth rule is that not every problem needs an immediate solution, and sometimes leaving things to time is itself a solution. The ninth rule is to keep your days simple, because too many goals and too many plans overload the brain, and mental overload turns directly into overthinking. The 10th rule is that constantly worrying about other people's opinions fuels overthinking, so stop trying to control thoughts that are not in your control. The 11th rule is that the body and mind are connected, and even small physical movement like a daily walk or light exercise naturally quiets the mind. The 12th rule is that overthinking grows out of fear, and fear grows out of uncertainty, so decide your basic daily tasks in advance to reduce decision fatigue. The 13th rule is that multitasking increases mental noise, so train yourself to do one task at a time. The 14th rule is to stop forcing yourself to be happy all the time, because the mind's job is not happiness, it is function. The 15th rule is that a negative thought does not mean a negative outcome. A thought is only a thought, not a fact. The 16th rule is that when your mind creates worst-case scenarios, ask yourself, have I survived similar phases before? And most of the time the honest answer will be yes. The 17th rule is to understand that the goal is not to eliminate overthinking completely, but to manage it. The 18th rule is that at the end of the day, stop focusing on what went wrong and instead notice what got completed. The 19th rule is that comparison is one of the strongest triggers of overthinking, which is why limiting social media matters. The 20th rule is simple but powerful: never make big decisions when your mind is racing. The 21st rule is that overthinking often comes from perfectionism, so replace perfect with good enough. The 22nd rule is to stop treating every thought as important, because many thoughts are just mental noise. The 23rd rule is to intentionally include a short period in your day where you do nothing at all, because this resets the brain. The 24th rule is to stop blaming yourself for overthinking, because guilt only strengthens it. The 25th rule is that control always begins with small steps, like fixing just your morning routine today. And the final rule is this: consistency does not happen in one day, but when you apply small rules daily, overthinking slowly weakens and your mind becomes calmer, clearer, and more focused. Would you like me to create a printable checklist of these rules so you can track them daily?